Hi, I'm Suzanne from Florida and welcome to my kitchen. Have you noticed that most chefs use a secret ingredient in their signature dishes? Well, today I have found my secret ingredient. It's called Philadelphia cooking cream, and it's going to take my dish from ordinary to outstanding. Today I'm going to demonstrate how I use this in Savory Creme pinwheels. So let's take a tour of the ingredients that we're going to use to make our Savory pinwheels. We have Kraft sharp cheddar cheese, 2 cups grated, half a cup of cooked bacon that's been chopped up, half a cup of red bell pepper that's been finely chopped. We have green onions here. About 5 of them makes up about half a cup worth of chopped. We have red cayenne pepper. We're going to use about 1/8 of a teaspoon, and we have 3 tablespoons of melted butter. We have Bisquick, and this is about 2/4 of a cup. I have some set aside as well so that we can roll it out, use this to roll it out into a dough. 3/4 of a cup of milk, and the little unique star of our recipe today is Philadelphia cooking cream, the original flavor. This is very versatile and it's going to help us bind together our savory flavors to put inside our pinwheel today. So let's get down to business. Pop the top off here, and this is what it looks like. See how it's just very spoonable, it's creamy, and the nice thing about this is that it doesn't reduce down or separate when you're cooking it. So we want to get this out here, make sure we don't miss out on much because it's just that good. To this we're going to add about 3/4 of a bag of this, about 1.5 cups. We're going to keep some aside for topping these savoury pinwheels later. So we'll just set that aside for later. Pop in our bacon, red bell pepper, green bell pepper. They're clean, promise. And we'll just stir this up and combine it. This is going to provide a nice savoury topping for our pinwheels, and it's going to be so easy to spread on top of the biscuit mix once we've rolled that out. And as I said, this is a great binding ingredient, and it's that simple. So next we're going to make our biscuit dough. So in goes the 2¼ cup. My mother-in-law has these fancy little measuring utensils here, and I'm going to use about a dash of cayenne pepper. You don't want to use too much, otherwise half your guests won't be able to eat this. A dash equates to about 1/8 of a teaspoon. So we've got that here. Now let's make a well in the middle of the dry ingredients. Get that pepper distributed a little bit, and pour in a good portion of this. This is about 3/4 of a cup. I don't want to use it all right off the bat because you can always add more, but you can't take it out. So then we just want to fold in this into the moisture there and start working this dough. Another secret thing Mum told me is you don't want to overwork your dough, because that's what makes tough, dry, flat biscuits and scones. So she always warned me against that. Now I could never make scones as good as Mum, but I'm a dab hand at pinwheels, and that's what we're challenged to make today. And I have that secret ingredient, Philadelphia cooking cream. That's my little superstar. So here it's starting to combine. I'm going to get my hands in there now and just work this dough just a little bit, just until it's all the dry ingredients are mixed in, and not overworking it. And off we go, just very lightly rolling. Once again, not overworking this dough until, it needs a little bit more there. See how it's tried to stick to the rolling pin? Hopefully I've got enough on the bottom where it's not sticking to the bottom. doesn't have to be perfect. Pinwheel will take care of that. What I want to do is I do want to moisten an edge. And by moistening that edge, that's what's going to seal it. So I'm just going to get a little bit of water in one of my bowls here and moisten away. Don't worry about the excess flour there because we're going to take care of that later with the melted butter. Excellent. And now for the delicious stuff. We want to bring it right out to the edge so every little bit of the pinwheel is covered. Look at how spreadable that is. Thank you very much, Philadelphia. You've done a good job providing an excellent product for us. You've made my life happy. Now, I used to make pinwheel scones at home in New Zealand, and I was always frustrated with what I would use as the binding agent. Sometimes I'd use pizza sauce with a little bit of cheese. Sometimes we'd make some sweet ones with cinnamon and apple and that type of thing. But I always yearned for these complex savory flavors here. And when Philadelphia released their cooking cream, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with it. So here we are. The moment has come. Suzanne is a very happy woman. So you start off at this edge and roll it on up. Roll it up. I better not get too carried away and ahead of myself, otherwise it's just going to make this dough rip because I've made it very soft and fluffy, you see. I'm rolling. It's rolled, and look at that, we have a log. I'll get a sharper knife and I'm just going to cut it in about 3/4 of an inch rounds. I'm still getting used to the metric system, but there it is. Cutting as I go. I can taste these already. You want to space them out a fair distance apart so that they've got room to expand and brown. Too close together, it's just going to be one big gluggy mess and not browned on the edges. I'm going to use this melted butter and just baste them. Now, I don't care if that butter goes everywhere here and drizzles down to the bottom and the edges. I think that'll be quite delicious. This is going to go into an oven that's been preheating, and it's to temperature now. I'm using a 410 Fahrenheit. Just for a little bit of extra decadence, I'm going to sprinkle some of this extra cheese on top, just a little bit, so that my beautiful colours of the bell pepper, green onion and bacon can shine on through. I've also noticed that sprinkled cheese on this baking paper here, the non-stick variety, doesn't make a big burnt mess. That makes me happy, and it actually tastes quite delicious, those little crispy bits as they come off, and can even be used as a little bit of crispy garnish. So I can be the messy Kiwi, because this is cooking gourmet the Kiwi way. Lots of little tricks, but a fancy little product at the end. So look at that, ready to go in the oven, and soon you will see the end product. So they've been cooking for about 14 minutes now, and I think they're done. So let's pop them on out and have a wee peek. I'll just turn them off here. Woo! Hot oven. Here are the pinwheel scones. You know what, looking at these, I think they look as though they're going to be delicious. I'm not going to face plant in them right now because super hot, burn my tongue. So they've cooled down and I'm ready to take a taste. Come on in, camera, and look at this deliciousness. Do you see that creaminess there? It's a little crispy on the bottom. That is really good. It's even better than I dreamed it would be. There's a bit of crunch on the bottom of the biscuit and the sides, and that full savoury flavour just is all married in with the cream. I love it. Thank you, Philadelphia. This is my secret ingredient for my signature dish.